Peace, my family, and roll back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. This your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all a good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good mind. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up in your higher natures and cleansing. Yeah, for sure you gotta cleanse. Cleansing. The lows. I came on here today to express. And family, I see that some people skedaddled after I just posted that The Walking Dead video, right? I gotta laugh because family, everything is truly not what it seems in this room, right? So you have to understand that when it comes to the truth, family, everyone is not ready. And that's okay. They might come back later, who knows? When you begin to conquer your fears, right? Because if you know that the Most High is love, family, the question becomes, what are you fearing? And all of the stuff that we fear, all the stuff that we've been put in our minds, conditioning our minds as a child, coming into the world, the world teaching us about fear and things like that, especially, this coming, holiday, right? Of fear, right? Mass, right? At the end of the day, we must understand what things are. In order to do that, you must have the right knowledge, and you must have the history behind what you do each and every day, what you do on a day-to-day, what you do throughout the year, and why. The problem is a lot of people don't question why they do certain things. Why is everything set up the way that it is? People have to learn how to look deeper into things, not just do it just because everyone else is doing it. It's a reason behind everything, what people may not know. And once you begin to see that, that's when the veil lifts your eyes and you begin to see clear, and the clouds will begin to break. The clouded mind. But family, let me just say this. When you stop moving on fear, that's when you begin to move to the next level. Fear is a lower frequency. So when you begin to conquer your fear, it's going to take time, because guess what, family? You've been taught the world to be a certain way. Again, family, what if everything you've been taught about the world has been a whole big lie? What if? And for me, I already know it's not even a if. It is a whole big lie. Want to know why? Because I got the right knowledge from the Most High, and He just let me know it's been a whole big lie. I have done my homework. I have done my research. I have checked things out for myself. I have studied. And when you begin to do all of those things, fear begins to slowly disappear when you begin to start seeing clearly throughout everything that you've been taught about this world. Most of the time, people don't even question why they're even here, even know why they are here. That question never even comes to their mind like that. Why are you even on this planet? Question, what is this? Right? When you begin to ask the reason why you are here, because guess what? You did not create yourself. When you begin to ask the Creator, why are you here? Right? You begin to get those answers from the Creator, not from man, not from opinions of people thinking what it is, been guessing. And guess what, family? Many people still haven't got nowhere, because guess what? You didn't get that from the Most High. When you begin to get your information the right knowledge from the Most High who has created you, it's game over. But again, family, because a lot of people on the planet has been moving on fear being taught like this, right? It will be hard for some to see because their mind is not open to understanding anything but what they've been already shown. And some people already go off, just what they see in the physical, right? Not realizing that this physical place is a temporary abode. After this, where do you think you're going, right? It's on to the next, right? The new world, right? Don't you want to know it or get a heads up of what's up, what's next? I don't know about you, but I felt that way. I felt like I wanted to know already, right? So that also eliminates the fear. When you begin to know things from what the Most High says. Again, because we get it all twisted. And straight up, we must know. But we get it all twisted listening to all these lies that man's tells. And you think that they're going to sit up here and tell you about you out of all the stuff they had hidden from us? Do you think they really going to tell us about us? Question mark. Let's be for real. They never have. And they never will. They'll give you glimpses of it, and throw a little lie up in that thing. That's how it goes. That's how the game is played. Because again, you begin to play yourself when you begin to listen to people that did not create you. Did not create this planet. Let's go there. Because for some reason, the ones that's out here speaking the truth are the ones to be out here looking like they so-called crazy, right? But if you check out the history, you check out the stories of the noble prophets and things like that who came from the Most High, most of them was thought to be crazy. People misunderstood them, rejected them. A lot of things happened to them, persecuted, all types of things. But y'all think that the world ideology is the absolute truth? Let's be for real. Let's come on and wake up. Because again, family, we must understand that this world is all an illusion. But it's up to you to pay attention to the reason why you're here. And your creator, our creator, has let us know. It's a way you're supposed to be moving in these realms of existence. Yes, they're planes of existence. Yes, they're rims. We are in a rim. It's not just a world, we're in a rim. And the question becomes, what am I doing here? Well, family, if you want to know the true story of why you are here, that's gonna require you to do some inner working on just checking the information out of the true story of this planet, right? And that is in the holy tablets, the creation story. And the holy tablets is on the channel. It will definitely help you piece it all together with all the scriptures combined in it to let you know what's up. Ancient scriptures, Bible, Quran, all of it is taken from to create this for us, to renew our history, help us to understand where everything came from, and leading us back anciently to who we really are. The lies people tell. Ancient Egyptians, Elohim, the Neteru, the Anunnaki. All of it is to help you see what the Most High wanted you to know. And not just, I think. He wanted you to know. Because it's something about knowing. When you know something, like you know, okay, the gas station is over there. Or do you think the gas station is over there? It's something about when you know something. Right? No one can take that from you. And again, family, it eliminates the fear. Because now you know. And again, because, guess what, family? Because we have been taught a certain way not to question things. And if we question things, we get treated a certain way. Like, get the frick up out of here type of stuff, right? We question life, right? And people look us up like, get the frick up out of here. But the Most High has given us intelligence. The Most High has given us brains. And we are supposed to use them by what? Questioning. So that really contradicts everything that the Most High says, right? We're supposed to be smart out here. We're not supposed to be tripping over, the same thing in broad daylight. We're supposed to be learning from our lessons. That's how you level up. That's how you get through these spiritual battles and spiritual warfare, right? You have to, it's levels. You have to get past the levels. And you're still getting tripped up on the same things over and over again, year after year. That's literally destroying you. It could be habits. It could be what you're tuning into. All of it is frequencies and vibration. And it keeps you trapped in those vibrations. And the vibration you're supposed to be tuning in on is the vibration of the universe. The sound of the universe. The sound. Yeah. And the only way you're going to know that is the right knowledge the Most High has given us. So we can be in a know how to stay in tune and get ourselves right. Once you begin to really see these things, see, the thing is, we've been taught not to read and disinterested in it, right? And I can say growing up, I was never really interested in fairy tale type of books, I wasn't interested in any of that. But I found out as I went on what I really was interested in. I was interested in truth. I was interested in things that was going to help me in my life. I wasn't interested in wasting my time on fairy tales. I knew within my soul that it's something I came here to do. And everybody's speaking on, all my life when I was a child, I wanted to do certain things in the world, right? With me, it didn't work that way. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And that was for a reason. But when I began to ask the Most High my purpose in life, asking, having a conversation just like I'm talking to you right now. What is my purpose? Why am I here? That's when I begin to get the answers that I need. And the Most High has guided me and directed my steps on my path to lead me to where I need to be at certain periods of time, around certain people, introducing me to certain things that needed to be done, right? Learning about life, right? Certain things that caught my eye. Again, like I say, those light bulb moments. Exactly what you needed, right? But I went with what I knew first. Because I was raised in Christianity, I always had that Bible around me, right? And I always wanted to know more. And when my grandma used to, share with me, she's the one that introduced me to the Bible and let me know the creation story, right? In the Bible, because it's, of course, it's different creation stories, right? But I'm speaking on the Bible. And as I begin to see, okay, it's a reason why, we are here. It didn't quite click then, but as far as the whole shebang, right? The whole big bang, it didn't click, right? Then, but I just knew that, okay, there's more to this, right? And so as I began to go through life and seeing how at a young age I was never a person that really quite fitted into what everybody was on and doing, and I only did it because, again, the peer pressure, everybody was doing it, right? So, just to so-called have so-called friends, that's what I did to, cope with my experiences, and thinking that, okay, through time, that certain things was okay to do. But deep down, that's when you have to learn how to listen to yourself, because before then you're looking like, nah, we ain't supposed to be doing stuff like this, right? And at a young age, right? At a young age, your parents teach you a certain way. It's like, depending on how you were raised, people teach you a certain way how to move, at least in my particular experience, but I know everybody's experience is different, right? But for me, it was like my parents taught me a certain way, right? And all the good things, right? And let me know what's up with the bad, right? Certain things you're not supposed to be doing, right? And as time went on, that's like the garden, right? But then you go outside in the world and you get taught the world side of things, all these different influences that lead you in many different directions and led you astray at the end of the day, because again, it goes against what the Most High says. One moment. One moment. All right, now. So again, when you realize that what the Most High says is all that matters in life, in existence, right? When you get there, because it takes time to get there, right? Because we hard-headed out here. But anyway, when you begin to understand that a commandment is not really an option, right? Because the Most High has given us free will to choose, but a commandment is a commandment, right? And not realizing that, all of this stuff that you do is being recorded and put under your good and bad deeds, right? And at the end of all this, we're going to be judged for it, right? And the whole purpose of this is to see how obedience, and obedience means listening, how obedient you're going to be, how much you listen to what the Most High says. And throughout the devil's playground and the temptations, things that the trials and tribulations we go through because of the realm that we're in, the devil's playground, right? And the games that the devil is playing, right? We must understand that we have the power to reject. And the power is within us to have them flee. We have that in us. But we have to tap back in. We have to realize that, our armor is our knowledge and action, what we do, how we are fed. You see, we must be fed a certain way. Having that you know, the soul food I like to call the scrolls. That's me personally. I like to call the scrolls the soul food because it's soul food to me. Our master teacher, Dr. Malachi calls it the pamphlets of peace. Because it most definitely will give you peace. Throughout all the chaos that's going on, you begin to know how to move and get to know more about the realm that you're in and the world around you and the higher realms of existence and the Lord. Because, again, these are all realms. And once you begin to understand how far we have lost our way by following in the ways of the world, which we've been warned about. So our, ultimate goal and purpose is to get back to the Most High. How do you do that? Again, family, by following the commandments, of the Most High, by living your life in a way that is pleasing to the Most High, by cleaning your life up, getting away from those bad habits, by moving toward life, not death and self-destruction. By picking yourself up and deciding that you want to surrender to the Most High. And honor the ones that came before you, the noble prophets, the omnipotent Jesus, Joshua, Tammuz, Holy Spirit. And again, family, I don't know why the word Jesus irritates people so much. Because, of course, I understand the words and where they came from. Jah and Zeus. And the power we have put in it generationally, okay. But just know that this is just my experience. At a young age, I was taught Jesus as well. And I used it throughout my life. And it has given me answers, right? By calling on Jesus, yes. And I got most of my answers off of that, right? And as I begin to learn more about his name, his real name, Yahshua, right? Tammuz, Haru, right? When I begin to see through time anciently and where the stories came from, because it's about the storylines and the languages and the history of where all this stuff came from. And what people fail to realize is, and why they're slipping on, what's really happening here, and why some people might feel like, why is it of importance to have the right knowledge in our history? Because that's what's going to help you to see how much we've been lied to, and more about the world around you and what has happened to our descendants, and who are you, right? In it all. So you can begin to really move right and take your power back by knowing the right knowledge. Because we can call ourselves gods all day, but what does that really mean? Children of the Most High, right? Because that's what the omnipotent Jesus, Joshua, Tammuz said we were, right? God, children of the Most High. Gods with an S. Now we are the Most High. We are just gods, right? We have responsibility of our life and what we do. And once we realize that and see the power that we have within ourselves to make good decisions, good choices, even throughout all the chaos that's happening in this world right now, continuing to live in the ways of the Most High regardless, because that's the reason why you're here. And those are the trials and tribulations that we go through by those battles that we're facing right now. And once more and more of us connect back and moving right and standing up for the truth and eliminating the falsehood and the lies and speaking up on the lies that's being told, not running around acting like they don't exist or afraid to speak because of fear. We have to start leveling up. That's how you level up. That's how you work on your throat chakra. You have to start using it. Once you begin to really see what's really happening here, you'll begin to get tired of everything as you get so much truth, right? It's universal knowledge, right? You're going to have so much. And people may get overwhelmed. I can understand that. I can understand that. I can understand that. But it's about starting where you are. So whatever you've been taught your whole life, start there. And get in them scriptures so you begin to understand what's happening here. Because we're not trying to let, the past continue to repeat themselves, because people are being ignorant and not checking the stuff out and not reading for themselves what has happened, thinking that they don't matter because that was so long ago. But in reality, in the scriptures, Revelations, it's speaking on what's happening right now, the prophecies and things like that. And not understanding that, or some not understanding that, is about preparing. And how do you prepare? You be prepared by moving in His way. And most people get caught up with the title of I'm this, I do this, I do that, right? But don't live by it. They say they're in whatever particular religion they are, or spirituality that they decided to be in, but they don't actually live by what they say they are doing. But I believe in this, right? And that's still a form of doubt, belief. Do you know it's real? Has the Most High shown you that it's real? Without a shadow of a doubt, you have no doubt that all of the things that's been taught is real. Because we've been lied to so long, we don't have the facts, the science to back it up. Back in the day, And now that the truth has come out since 1970, or even before then, right? We have to understand that now that the truth is out and the Most High has sent our Master Teacher, Dr. Malachi, to piece all together, put all of the information together, honoring all of the prophets and all of our great teachers that came down to letting us know we are so much more than what they tell us, giving us so much love in ourselves to see that in us. That's why they teach us the total opposite. But you know who does that? The games people play. The devil's playground, right? Tells you everything about you that's not true to break you down, right? That's evil ways, right? Those are the battles. But how do you get that strength back up, family? You get the strength by knowing what the Most High says about you. Because what the Most High says about you is all that matters, family. And once you get there, family, once you begin to see that love, the divine love from the Most High, family, flowing inside of you, regardless of what anyone has to say about you, game over. That's all that matters. When the Most High is in tune, you in tune and getting back flowing and connected to the Most High and the universe is once again, family. Oh yeah, family. I get excited. The joy, no one can take that from you, right? The joy inside of you, that's why I smile so much now. I used to not smile so much. More like a straight face. Remember, like I told you, I used to have a straight face. Like, nah, this ain't it. And I'm done pretending. People are fake. It's all out to us. With how they truly feel. Running from their feelings. Running from love. When that's the highest frequency, how can you run from love? You see how backwards that is. That's why they don't teach it. And it's not really something to really be taught. It's already in you. Once you begin to get outside of your fears, begin to start caring for yourselves and others, something other than yourself, that's love. When you begin to look out for each other, that's love. When you begin to move in the power of who you are within, that's love. Having the courage to speak the truth, that's love. Even when people don't like it, oh yeah. Because a lot of people are not going to like what has to be said when it comes to the truth. A lot of people are going to be shocked and pissed that they've been lied to. But once you get past that, that's a part of the journey, right? All of this, the emotions that you express, is all a part of that journey. There's a part of you seeing. You do have to sometimes step away, right? And then you come on back, but don't step too far. You got to get on back because there's more to know, right? Most High gave us everything that we need, all the tools we need to conquer this world, right? So it's on us. That's what we're here to do. That's what the Matrix is. The Matrix is the world. Once you begin to see that, and see that that's just what it is, and when you break free from the Matrix, you're tapping into the first heaven. That's just the best way that I can break it down. That's how I see it. Once you begin to understand that and how you break free from it, you gotta have the right knowledge. And I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again because that's the truth of it all. The right knowledge is the truth. And it's not going to be that make you feel good type of truth. It'll make you feel good a little bit, right? But then the truth is bittersweet, family. It's sweet. Again, like our master teacher taught us, it is sweet. You got me experiencing it. Oh yeah, it's sweet. But it get bitter and you got to make those changes, family. You can't be playing around. Because now that you know, you got to do better. The Most High knows that you know. And even if you don't know and you choose not to know, you're still going to be caught up in that not knowing. You still get caught up in it because you chose not to know. So people think, oh yeah, because they choose not to know that it's okay. No, family. There's consequences to that too. Because you got too much into the world that you forgot. You so much into it that you forgot. The reason why you're here. So what I'm basically trying to say is, we must understand that the spell has been cast on us. The spell of Kingu. The spell of self-hating kind. Of ignorance. Us not knowing, of amnesia. Not knowing who we are. And now it is time for us to remember. It's time for us to know once again. And once you begin to see for yourself, and this is what our master teacher taught us in big, bold letters. Read. Because the Most High has given us scriptures, ancient texts. Read. And even if you may feel that you may not understand certain things, through time you will. Continue to read. And even if you might feel like, oh, it's just too much, right? That means you may have came across something that may have been, too more advanced, and that you need to go back to first the religions, right? Because that's what mainly most of us have been taught on, right? And get into that so you can have a understanding of what's happening here on the basics. And once you begin to do that, see that for what that is, realizing through time of you studying all of that, the schools of thought, you begin to see where it came from anciently. Egypt, Temeray, ancient Kemet, right? And when you begin to study and all of that, you begin to see where everything came from, the storylines everything came from. But again, all of this I'm showing you on my channel, and it's for you to check it out, because no one is going to force you to do anything. You have to have that willing, open mind to want to know what the Most High has to give you. And realizing that is everything that you will ever need. For some that may not know, the paradise within. That's what's going to bring that on in. And no matter what's happening around you, paradise is real. Because you will begin to tap into the Most High's love, that divine love. And man, oh man, life will transform and never be the same. For the goody good. It's so good. The Most High is all you need in this room. And once you begin to see this through time, patience with the soul family, you'll begin to transform your life in the ways of the Most High. And it's only up from there. Alright now. So, I'm going to leave it at that for now, family. Again, I want you all to know that you are loved beyond this world, and in it, begin to spread that love one to another. Now, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. On that note, hope you all know that you are loved, again, beyond this world and in it. Begin to spread that love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi, so you're out. Peace, shalom, and should divine love, family. And Watu. And it's all